You'd be reluctant to label anything as a crisis at Newcastle right now, 5th in the Premier League table and into the final of the Carabao Cup, but their recent stumble descended into a full-on faceplant here. And it was goalkeeper Nick Pope left picking grass from his teeth. When he did finally look up after falling to the ground and handling outside of his penalty area, he was met with another whack in the mouth, a red card to rule him out of Sunday's final against Manchester United at Wembley. But that is only half the story. The reason some folk are talking crisis is the identity of Pope's replacement, Loris Karius, who last played a competitive match 2 years ago. It is like losing a pound and finding a penny, and one you're not even sure is legal tender. That is how long the German has been out of circulation. Even Karius, still only 29, had just about forgotten he was a footballer. Sportsmail stood with him outside Newcastle's dressing room in Saudi Arabia in December. He had just played 45 minutes in a 5-0 friendly win over Al Hilal, and had done very well. But he could not remember his last game, shaking his head and bending his lip in search of the answer. Nick Pope's red card for Newcastle against Liverpool on Saturday has created an unwanted crisis ahead of Sunday's Carabao Cup final. Pope appeared devastated as he marched down the tunnel, having been given his marching orders. Loris Karius has not played for Newcastle in a competitive game, and indeed has not played in one in 2 years. It was, for the record, a 1-1 draw for Union Berlin against Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga in February 2021. As he chatted to us that night in Riyadh, there was hope of him making his Newcastle debut the following week at home against Bournemouth in the Carabao Cup. He was not even on the bench, and in the 2 months since he has not made a matchday squad. The pecking order is clear. Karius is Newcastle's fourth-choice keeper, so, how have a club of such wealth, and who have acted so astutely in the transfer market, found themselves here heading into their biggest match in more than 20 years, in being what they thought was fair to understudies Martin Dubravka and Karl Darlow? By allowing them some stage time elsewhere, they have ended up with a stand-in last seen fluffing his lines in the grandest theatre of all, the Champions League final. It was there, in 2018 for Liverpool, that Karius was at fault for 2 Real Madrid goals in a 3-1 defeat. He never played for the club again. A redemption story could well unfold this week, but Eddie Howe would prefer not to be clinging to some romantic narrative. He would far rather Dubravka or Darlow were available. The former is not because Newcastle listened to the Slovak's wishes and he joined Manchester United on loan in the summer, only to return after an unhappy spell last month. He is now cup-tied. Darlow was keen to head out on loan too and joined Hull City on deadline day. Howe was not entirely comfortable with either deal, and this is why. Newcastle may have lost an important match to Liverpool on Saturday, but it also felt like they went a goal down in the cup final, such is the weight of Pope's loss. Supporters will travel with more confidence than that given their faith in Howe, but you cannot ignore a run of 1 win in 7 in the Premier League and the failure to score more than 1 goal in a game since Boxing Day. Their forwards have gone cold, and even those at the back froze against Liverpool, who had already scored twice through Darwin Núñez and Cody Gakpo before Pope was sent off in the 22nd minute. Newcastle played well thereafter, but they did not score. Given the absence of Pope and the fact they will be facing Marcus Rashford on Sunday, and he is Europe's hottest striker, the likelihood is they will need at least a couple of goals if they are to win at Wembley. Dubravka, ironically, only gets a winner's medal if Newcastle lose. He came on against Liverpool and reminded us why the Magpies are well stocked in the goalkeeping department, if only in the Premier League. It's the worst timing that it could possibly be, he said of Pope's suspension. It's like the script from a movie, so incredible. Now, we want a happy ending, but it's so devastating for Nick, who has been playing so well and deserved to play in the club's first final for so long. We all feel for him, but what can you say to him? It's such a sad situation. The goalkeeper is most notable for his calamitous errors in the 2018 Champions League final. Karius has struggled to get his career going again following his catastrophic errors in 2018. Pope was due to speak to the media tomorrow, so integral has he been to Newcastle's journey to the final. That plan has been scrapped. He doesn't feel like talking to anyone right now. Karius, too, is a man of relatively few words, as we discovered in Saudi when pressing him on that night against Madrid. He was also reluctant to divulge the meaning of an inscription on his neck. Turns out the tattoo reads, "Fearless." He will certainly need to be that come Sunday. Newcastle 4-3-3, Pope 3, Trippier 4. 5. Murphy 64, 5.5, Shar 5, Botman 6, Burns 6, Longstaff 6, Joelinton 7, Ritchie 71, 6, Anderson 6, Dubravka 24, 7, Almiron 5. 5. Gordon 64, 6, Isak 6, Wilson 64, 5, Saint Maximin 7. Booked, Almiron, sent off, Pope. Manager, Eddie Howe 6, Liverpool 4-3-3, Alisson 7, Alexander-Arnold 7, Gomez 7, Van Dijk 7, Robertson 7, Henderson 7, Elliott 59, 6, Fabinho 7, Bajcetic 7. 5. Milner 59, 6, Salah 7.5, Gakpo 7, Pota 59, 6, Nunez 8, Firmino 59, 5.5. Scorers, Nunez 10, Gakpo 17. Booked, Fabinho. Manager, Jurgen Klopp 7, Referee, Anthony Taylor 7, Attendance, 52,271.